Okay, boy, a bunch of BS. I'm surprised I haven't turned this crap off. Hi everyone, this is 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. This is meowmurai, and we're checking out Burnout Paradise Remastered on Nintendo Switch 2. It's a Nintendo Switch 1 game. But yeah, you still have to still have to opt into all this data sharing with EA. Uh, it reveals your email address because privacy is no such thing. That's EA. God, fix this stuff, man. This game is ancient. You don't need any data from this game.
Welcome to
Fucking
Paradise
morons.
City, the home of burnout driving. From the winding trails of White Mountain to the grid network of downtown Paradise.
This was the day of the pompous developer too, where you couldn't even go to into the options. You know, it just would throw you into the game right away. It's like, dude, let me change the sound levels. Let me change the graphics. Let me change the brightness. Don't just put me into your game. Like, give me my options first. That's how a video game should be.
Every intersection is a new adventure. Events in Paradise City finish at one of 8 locations, one for each point of the compass. North of the city is the Country Club, the Coast Guard HQ in the northeast. The waterfront
I mean, it still goes on. Racing games are particularly guilty of the pompous developer syndrome, where they just throw you in before you're allowed to do anything else. So yeah, if you're developing racing games, then stop fucking doing that. You're goddamn annoying.
As a newcomer to the city, you've been granted a learner's permit. Winning events earns you a mark on your license. When you win enough, we'll upgrade your license and give you a new car. The world is full of
See, look at all the stuff I have to watch before I even get to an option screen.
What happens next is completely up to you.
You know, we've had three loading screens already.
This is Crash FM, and I'm DJ Atomica, fresh from Radio Big to be your guide to the streets of Paradise City. First thing we need is a picture for your learner's permit. Hold still and press the continue button to take your photograph. This learner's permit lets you drive anywhere in Paradise City. The best drivers have a burnout driver's license, but you've got a lot to prove before you can earn one of those. Now, let's go to the junkyard to fix you up with a set of wheels. This Hunter Cavalry is all we have for you today. It's a stunt class car, which means it's built for jumps and spins. It's a good all-around car, though. Perfect for a newcomer like you.
Yeah, don't play any of this bullshit. Go fuck off. Your goddamn licensed music. In fact, your music can just take a hike. The worst part is I have to cut all that stuff out from the YouTube video. I mean, it's like I didn't want to listen to that stinking licensed music. That was not my choice. Worst of all, it's Aerosmith that I have to deal with. Copyright protection. I'm not listening to Aerosmith on any time of the day. You know, it's a legacy band, and it deserves some respect, but not in my video game. Get the hell out of here.
Now, this car is a little beat up. so it'd be a good idea to find an auto repair shop and get it fixed before you get into any serious action. We've marked the nearest one on your map here. It's just around the corner on Angus Wharf.
I forgot all this stuff about all this stuff in the beginning.
Just check this thing still starts. Hold the accelerator to fire up the engine. To call an event, just pull up at a traffic signal, then hold the brake and hit the gas. Any events you find are added to your map. When you take a wreck through an auto repair for the first time, the burning route for that car is added to your map.
Yeah, got a little shimmer, unfortunately, but it was a product of its time. If there was a dedicated Switch 2 port, maybe there'd be
just for this car.
less shimmer.
Time and win an upgraded model of your current ride. Ready for a burning route? You are here. Race south to the Wildcats baseball stadium. Beat the target time to get a mark on your license and a special reward. The compass at the top of the screen points to the finish line, and the road signs help you find the next turn. Any shortcuts you'll have to find for yourself.
I forgot how annoying the format is in this game. It's a good thing this game is on sale. Otherwise, I might not have bought this. Of course, it was, was doing something pretty major, providing a very large open world to play in a racing game with many events everywhere. I mean, this was not common at all when this game was released. And while it wasn't the first game to do this, it was
Event wins are shown on your driver's license.
it was certainly one of the biggest games to do it.
To the next license. Congratulations! When you win a burning route, you get a hotter version of the car you were driving. They're delivered straight to the junkyard, so head over there and take your new ride for a test drive.
I forgot about Striker too. I think we'll need to, maybe not listen to your goddamn voice. Do we have this on here somewhere? No? SFX? Or tips? Oh, no option just to mute the DJ. What is this world coming to?
The map at the bottom of the screen shows your surroundings, and the signs at the top of the screen show the road you're on and the next turnings.
I mean, this game definitely had a troubled launch. I mean, it didn't even allow you to restart a race. Let's say you raced and you failed and you wanted to just try it again. And you would have to race all the way back to the beginning of where you first got the race, instead of just being able to retry it right away, because they felt that people would not care about that. They would just keep racing over and over again and find something else to do instead of wanting to be good at the race that they just lost. Because I don't know, I guess maybe alien advisors were part of Criterion at the time and didn't know how real humans acted. I would imagine that was the case. So the Lizardmen took over Criterion, not realizing that guys who play racing games would maybe want to try a track over again if they didn't win. And didn't have, you know, the attention span of a larva. And they would just go, oh, I lost. I guess I'll just race a different race. What do I care?
Smash another driver off the road to score a takedown and pick up a boost bonus.
Yeah, the open nature of the racing in the game too is, I mean, you either love it or hate it. Personally, I thought they did much better when they just had, you know, very well-defined tracks. And you're racing on much more equal footing with a well-defined track versus somebody just finding a good shortcut someplace else. Or just not being familiar with the map.
Congratulations! That win was all you needed to upgrade your license to a Class D. All your wins have been cleared off the map, so you can beat an event again and add that win to your new license. Celebrate upgrading your license with a new car. The Hunter Mesquite has been delivered to the junkyard. When your car is falling apart, get to an auto repair for an instant repair. Auto repairs are added to your map when you find them. This is a race. You are here. Race east to the Wildcats baseball stadium.
And then just figuring out where to find races since they don't automatically appear on the map. A little challenging on this game too, but like I said, they were just exploring the open world racing game genre, so it's not like there was a lot of precedent on how to make a game like this at the time. You know, now we have you know, much more comprehensive maps and directions on where to go and what types of races you're going to run into and how to pick them and you know, different classes of races, but. Yeah, at the time, no. There wasn't a whole lot of that going on, because this was maybe like the second open world racing game. I think the first one was Test Drive. Yeah, this might have been either the second or the third, but it was pretty early in the open racing world genre. And certainly not what people were expecting from the next major Burnout title. Oh, because I drove through the stadium, I didn't get credit for finishing the race. Thanks a lot, game. See, this is where you would say, oh, well, I just want to redo the race.
It's not the winning, it's the taking.
Because, I just made one little mistake.
In Paradise City, let me tell you, it's the winning. DJ Atomica with a home truth for you there.
Let's see, how do you restart a race? Mm-hmm. There.
Ready to race?
Again, such a weird feature, or such a weird feature to just not include in a racing game. You want to race again? You want to try that again? No. How about we never give you the option? How do you like that? I'm like, what? Why? It's weird too because it's Criterion. It's like it's not like they hadn't made racing games before. I mean, that was a good 60 to 70% of their library was racing games. They still couldn't fathom the idea that people would want to maybe, try again on a race they didn't do well at. It's so funny to think about, Oh, I really messed up. Took the wrong turn. And now I've got to look at my map and try to figure out how to get where I need to go. But while I'm looking at my map, I can't look at the road. See, again here, I already knew I kind of messed up, so, can I just restart and not make that same mistake again? No. You can get all the way to the end of the game, all the way to the end of the race, and then it, give you permission to restart. Again, we know much better now in designing open world racing games, but at the time, nobody knew anything. And while they did make a lot of changes to the game as it was continuing to be supported, it's not supported right now. I'm busy looking at the map, trying to figure out where to go next. Yeah, it's like slowly coming back to me why I never finished this game. It is just a little flawed. Well, like I said, it's less than $5 at this point in time, so it's still worth the price. But oh boy, man, It really needs an overhaul. It really needs to be a Burnout Paradise 2 or another game in the Burnout series. But you know, EA has long since abandoned the franchise, and Criterion is stuck making the next Need for Speed from here to infinity. You know, they had to give up on their own franchises, you know, long ago. It's a real shame because, you know, if you let your developers let loose a little bit, then they might make the next Clair Obscur. And again, in a normal game, I would have been able to just restart a race. But not this game.
In a race, you can take the shortest route or you can take the meanest. Tailor your strategy to the car you're driving. DJ Atomica with a bit of Crash FM philosophy for the masses.
I was like, where's my next event? I don't know.
Stunt run. Combo together the most outrageous jumps, rolls, spins, and drifts to beat the target score in the time limit. The Nakamura SI-7 is now cruising around Paradise City. If you see it, shut it down to add it to your car collection. To flat spin your car, head for a ramp at top speed, then hit the e-brake to spin off the edge. Drive through any gas station for a quick boost refill. Gas stations are added to your map when you find them. This is a race. You are here. Race northeast to the country club. When you feel like a fast color change, drive through a paint shop. Finding a drive-through for the first time adds it to your map. Ready for a new Burnout challenge? Every road has a showtime and a time road rule to beat. Use the Easy Drive menu or press the up button to switch different road rules on and off. Ready to race? You are here. Race west to the wind farm. The Hunter Vegas is now cruising around Paradise City. If you see it, shut it down to add it to your car collection.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
There are burnout billboards all over Paradise
Only reason why you're
City.
still talking is because I can't
Smash
turn you
through
off.
them all.
Yeah, there can be quite a bit of downtime between races. But like I said, it's just nobody knew what they were doing. How to design an open world game to have it always be constantly engaging and have the pacing be really,
When
really
you see
well
another
done.
driver, take him down to win his car. When you discover a gate with a yellow sign, smash through it to find a shortcut.
Oh, did we both wreck? I don't know.
Race southeast
I
to
don't
the
know.
Navy
Not a whole
Yard.
lot of structure to the game. Whoops. Whoops. Oh, yeah, that's true. There might be a way to capture the FPS, but I don't know if it would be able to capture the in-game FPS. It could probably capture what the signal is receiving, right? What the capture card is receiving, but that may not be a good indicator of what the game is running at. I mean, this game always ran at 60 frames. It always had a target of 60. Even on the Switch 1, or even on the PlayStation 3. So, So yeah, I mean, it still continues to run at 60. And there's no real improvement outside of just the overall picture clarity being better, but that has more to do with the fact that it's a newer HDMI signal rather than the Switch, you know, providing extra horsepower to the game. But, you know, as I said, the game's under $5 right now, so if you ever wanted to buy it, then it's a fairly good time to do it. Which is the only reason why I'm playing it right now. Because ordinarily, you know, if this was the regular $30, I probably wouldn't pick it up at $30. If it was Burnout 4 or Burnout 2 or 3, sure. Burnout Paradise is, you know, I have some issues with it. But, you know, at $5 or a little bit less than $5, it's fine. I do wish they would put Burnout 3 or Burnout 2 or like the more traditional Burnouts on the store. Remaster those games instead of this one. Those games really deserve it.
The Krieger Pioneer is now on the streets of Paradise City. If you see it, shut it down to add it to your car collection.
I'm gonna go find another race. Where can I race? I just gotta drive around until we run into something.
Race one-on-one north to the Crystal Summit Observatory. When we run a race around here, we don't do that, you know, clear the roads, barricade off the
Okay,
course
why don't we
stuff.
stop it there? This is meowmurai. You've been watching Burnout Paradise Remastered, running on Nintendo Switch 2. Again, this is a Switch 1 game, and you know, it's always run at 60 frames. It's always been the goal of this game, even back when it was on the PlayStation 3. So you know, you're still getting that same level of performance. No real benefit to playing it on the Switch 2, outside of, you know, some slightly faster loading times and just slightly clearer picture. But again, that's just the nature of having a new HDMI signal that runs just a little bit cleaner and has features more color. But yeah, you know, I have my issues with this game. I really would have preferred if they did any Burnout 1, 2, 3, 4 outside of this one, to do a remaster, and maybe that's going to happen in the future, but probably not, because EA doesn't want you to have the games that you think are fun. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.